Jrock Williams is as tough as the Philadelphia streets he comes from.
It's like a blue-collar city. It's a lot of hard-working people live here. I think I exemplify what it means to be a Philadelphia.
When losses in and out of the ring had him down, he proved to be one rock that wouldn't break.
I went back to the gym. I just kept working and kept training and just staying positive. I got my break. I got a big fight.
Last May, Williams walked into the ring an underdog and shocked the boxing world to become a champion.
And the new unified super welterweight champion of the world.
After beating Jrock.
Next weekend on PBC on Free TV Fox, Julian Jrock Williams is going to be taking on a fighter by the name of Jeison Rosario. And I was at the first initial press conference here in Philly, and I was like, I know this fight from somewhere. Where have I seen him fight before? And lo and behold, it was this fight right here when he fought. Hold on, we're going to pull this up for you because I want you to see right here. Now, here's the thing. I got Jamonte Clark, by the way. This is Jeison Rosario. I have Julian Jrock Williams defeating Jeison Rosario. He's just a more better, skillful fighter. Jeison Rosario has lost to Nathaniel Gallimore, who lost to Erickson Lubin on Showtime in his last fight, Erickson Lubin's last fight. I want to show you this here.
Straight left, and now Clark seems to be asserting himself here in the fight. He's getting more comfortable.
He just brought a nice combination off the lead hand. I'd like to see him do more of it.
I'm liking the way he's coming out this third round. And I had it winning. I had it tied up coming into this third round. So
nice right hand to the body. Catching Rosario standing straight up.
Rosario still with the pressure, but Clark is starting to figure out how to use the ring. In step two, Rosario.
Hold on, it's something I want you to see.
Well, that's the danger.
And you're going to be cracking the fuck up if you ain't seen it before.
Time and not disguise it. And that's causing him some difficulty in this round with Clark. Clark seems to pick up on the timing now.
And you can't overwhelm an opponent. You have to be able to go to the second and third game.
right.
And sometimes guys just can't stand that pressure. I mean, Jamal, not many of your opponents have been less than long with you.
Well, I'm kind of like the banana with the power.
Yeah, when you touch them, when they crumble.
But I'd like to see Clark come forward. Wow. Oh, that's the big shot, and he's out of the ring. Wow.
He's okay. He's getting back in the ring.
He can get back in the ring.
I thought he lost his balance.
I did too. And he's still a little shaken up, but he's getting back in the ring. He's showing true championship. Yeah. He made the count and he's back in the ring. This is amazing.
This is unbelievable.
If he can bounce back from this is going to be amazing.
Talk about guts and
And by the way, Jamonte Clark ended up going the distance. He ended up surviving. So here is Jeison Rosario's resume. Remember, this is next week on PBC on Fox. It was supposed to be Jarrett Swift-Hurd, but Jarrett Swift-Hurd decided to take, some time off because he had some issues with his trainer. I did a whole damn near fucking 20-minute video on it and his fight versus Francisco Santana, because there's a lot of shit going on with him. So 1-1 with 13 KOs, 24 years old, of the Dominican Republic. He fought Jorge Cota to a unanimous decision. Remember what Jermell Charlo did to Jorge Cota. Jamonte Clark, we just watched that. What undercard was this? That was on the Willie Monroe undercard, where you had Jamal Charlo doing commentary, and then them two were supposed to fight, but then Matvey Korobov ended up fighting Jamal Charlo. Anyway, moving on. He's got a win over Justin Deloche. That Nathan Gallimore fight we were talking about. And he is significantly ranked. Here, let me pull it up and show you. and if I'm correct, by, well, obviously the IBF, the WBA too as well, right? Let's see here. The link to the rankings are right down below in the description box. I update the rankings myself every month according to the WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO. So no, he's not ranked at 154 by the WBC where Jermell Charlo was champion. He's ranked number 9 by the WBA where Julian J-Rock Williams is unified with WBA and IBF, WBA Super World. IBF, Julian J-Rock Williams has. He's ranked number 5 right there, and not by the WBO. So basically, you know, he's a ranked fighter, and it wasn't supposed to be him. Now, the question is, and Derek James even talked about it during the PBC podcast, which you should check out. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan, if Julian J-Rock Williams wins, we can see, you know, him versus Jermell Charlo in the spring. Hopefully, man, because right now, you know, I respect Jerry Swift Hurd, but you had a rematch clause. You gave it up. You got to go to the end of the line. You got to go to the back of the line, in my opinion. His mandatory is Bakram Murtazaliev, IBF mandatory. So if he doesn't fight at unification, because Julian J-Rock Williams was the mandatory for Swift Hurd, right? He was. So basically, you know, the IBF don't mess around. So if Julian J-Rock Williams, if he wins against Jeison Rosario, not trying to disrespect Jeison Rosario, then he has to fight either Jermell Charlo or Patrick Teixeira or his mandatory. That's how it works. And it was just released via The Athletic that Patrick Teixeira's team, Golden Boy, has reached out to Terrence Crawford. But one thing about the WBO is you can't be a champion in one division and in another. So you can't be simultaneous 147 and 154. You know, Terrence Crawford would have to win. If he was to beat Teixeira, he would have to win and drop it, basically. So Julian J-Rock Williams just had a media workout not too long ago. That probably was the email I got a few hours ago, a couple hours ago. I had a doctor's appointment. You know, they always give you about 2-3 days notice with them things, man. That should be pissing me off. Well, I'm going to be at the Fight Week events next week, obviously. This weekend, I'm going to be in Atlantic City for Jesse Hart versus Joe Smith, and Julian J-Rock Williams may be there as well. You know, we got a nice little string of Philly fighters fighting, with Danny Garcia fighting Ivan Radcak the week after, January the 25th. This weekend, Jesse Hart. Next weekend, Julian J-Rock Williams. Hey, let's go look at the undercard. Chris Colbert versus Jezreel Corrales was returning. Thomas Lamont, there was a lot of hype behind him, or buzz behind him, up until Gabriel Bracero. He wasn't supposed to lose that fight. I remember the Dusty Hernandez fight. That was a significant fight at that time under the Rock Nation banner, right? Wait, it's the wrong card. We got Paul Crow versus Marcel Rivers. Looking forward to that. I interviewed Marcel Rivers a couple years ago, when he was just working his way up. Those 2,300 arena cards. He lost 2 straight though. I covered this fight. I watched it. On which one did I watch on Fight TV? One of them. Anyway, he's fighting another Philadelphia fighter, Paul Crow, who a friend of mine's ex-wife, is like friends with him and the family and all that. Joey Spencer's on the card. This card is stacked. Look at all these people. Man, so I'm guessing there's going to be some of these on FS1 too. Julian J-Rock Williams, when he fought Jermell Charlo was huge, by the way, but also he didn't respect the power. That's my opinion. But now, you know, unified, top dog at 154. Even though, like, you can say he's the number 1 154-pounder right now. You know, Jermell Charlo, you know, he lost to Tony Harrison, you know, on paper, even though I felt he won the first fight. That's just my personal opinion, though, you know. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. I'm going to get around to reviewing this PBC countdown. I'm actually going to watch it now and probably do my next video on this, because I did watch it last night on, not on here, the PBC on Fox YouTube page where it's on right now, but I'm talking about the full version on my DVR, which is only just with commercials anyway. And I wonder why they didn't do a PBC face to face.
Victory's not just this one, but many more.
This is Schuler's Gym down in West Philly. It's about half an hour from where I'm at. I'm on the outside of Philly. But yeah, this is where he trains at. I've done some work there before with Steve Cunningham and who else? I think I was at a Julian Jrock Williams media workout a few years ago there. Anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.
Philadelphia is small. It means something, to me at least. So it's official. I'm the new Fresh Prince of West Philly.
Nice and sharp.
For the new Fresh Prince of West Philly, there's still work to be done for his homecoming fight January 18th. In the gym, Williams has no entourage, just a small team that has been the recipe for success.